What is going on, everybody? And today I'm going to cover a highly requested topic, and that is the obstacle course and the confidence course at basic training. So today I'm going to cover some of the basics on the obstacle course and the confidence course that you're going to do while you're at basic training. Show you guys a few pictures and whatnot, and then basically let you guys know, because some people are worried about failing the confidence course or failing the obstacle course. You know, what do you actually have to do to fail? You know, how many obstacles do you have to fail, or if you just fail one? I'm going to cover some of that stuff and then show you guys pictures of basically the main confidence course obstacles that most people have the most difficult time with. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the obstacle course at basic training. For us, we did this within the first couple of days or so. I think it was like right at the first week. I think on the 1 week anniversary of being at basic training, I think is when we did the obstacle course at basic training. And I'm going to talk about this, and while I'm talking about it, I'm going to overlay some videos or some pictures of the obstacle course obstacles, and you're going to notice that they're really not all that difficult. So if you're wondering how you're going to fail the obstacle course, you're probably not going to fail the obstacle course. You're just going to go through the thing. I didn't see anybody fail it. I don't see any reason why you should fail it. If you do end up falling off of something like the monkey bars, so you have to go across the monkey bars, if you do end up falling from that, you don't have the upper body strength to go across the whole thing, then you're just going to fall. And then I think what they had us do is you had to do like 10 push-ups or something. So if you end up not being able to get over an obstacle on the obstacle course, you might get a little bit of physical punishment, but it's really not all that much. But the majority of this obstacle course is just really just to tire you out. It's the very beginning of basic training. They might be yelling at you while you're doing the thing. You're going to be low crawling. You're going to be bear crawling. You're going to be going under things. You're going to be climbing a rope, you know, kind of across two little pillars. So again, if you can't do that, if you don't have the upper body strength to hold yourself, which your legs should be locked over the rope, if you don't have the strength to do that, then they might make you do some push-ups, do whatever the drill sergeants decide to do. But it's not like it's going to hold you back, or if you fail a certain obstacle on the obstacle course, it's going to hold you back and recycle you at basic training. It's not going to happen. The obstacle course at basic training is just like a thing to do just to get people, you know, into the military groove. You're just, you know, doing some physical activities. You're getting dirty. You know, for us, there was an obstacle where I couldn't find it on Google or whatever, some pictures of it, but for us there was like a pit, and you had to roll into the pit of water, and it was just something like there's sand everywhere. Then you roll into this pit of water, and then you have to crawl afterwards. So it's just something that you're gonna get tired. It's actually pretty exhausting, and you're gonna get dirty, and that's really all it is. It's really nothing super difficult, and it'll actually be a little bit fun. For us, at the end of the obstacle course, once we all went through it, every platoon picked, I believe, 2 people to go back through the obstacle course and just compete against each other and go as fast as they could as a little, you know, competition. Because at least for us, I don't know actually if it's like this for every basic training company, but for us, whenever I was at basic training, all the platoons competed against each other, and we had all of these streamers that go on the guidons, and the streamer would be like, it would say obstacle course, and whoever had that streamer on their guidon, which is the stick with a flag on it, that meant that that platoon won the obstacle course, or they had the people that went the fastest. So while you're going throughout basic training, you might have little mini competitions beyond the scope of basic training, which is actually pretty fun. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the confidence course, and the confidence course is exactly what it is. It's going to take a little bit of confidence. You know, you might be doing some things that are going to be a little bit scary if you're scared of heights, but you're going to be okay. Just know that. But again, I'm going to overlay some pictures and stuff here, and I'm going to show you guys some of the things that most people are scared of or have the most difficult time whenever they're doing the confidence course at basic training. So the first thing that most people have probably heard of, and that is Jacob's ladder, which is basically just a ladder, a humongous ladder just sticking straight up off the ground. You guys are going to see a picture of it. I don't know why I'm describing it to you guys, but you can see what it is. And as you're going up it, the pegs in between the ladder steps or whatever are going to be getting farther and farther apart. So obviously, if you're a taller person, this is going to be a much easier obstacle for you. If you're a shorter person, this is going to be a much more difficult obstacle for you, but it is still designed. You're not going to be going all the way up to the top. You know, there's different variations that I've seen of Jacob's ladder. Some of them are shorter, some of them are, you know, longer or higher, I mean, with more steps in between, but you're never going to go all the way up to the very tippy top. It's basically, again, designed so that the shorter people will be able to go up it. Before I move on to the next obstacle in the confidence course that I'm going to talk about, I want to let you guys know how you can fail the confidence course event, right? So for the way it was for us, you had 2 chances or 2 failures to pass a confidence obstacle. I'm not sure if that makes sense at all. So you can fail 2 obstacles, okay? So the Jacob's ladder, if you couldn't do that, or if you were just way beyond too scared to do that, that is going to count as 1 failure for you. And you can fail up to 2 different obstacles. Beyond that, you actually fail the whole confidence course. And if you do that, if you fail over 2, so if you fail 3 different obstacles in the confidence course, you may, I'm not going to say it's for sure, you may get a pass on it, may. That's a small percentage chance, you know, it kind of depends on how good of a soldier you are. It kind of just depends on how things go. But more than likely, you might end up coming back to the confidence course with another platoon, with another company or something at a later date, and then doing the confidence course over again. And then if you fail that, you may get passed, you may get just kind of pushed through, or you might end up getting recycled at that point, but it's probably not going to be the biggest deal. I do want to let you guys know that at basic training, they aren't really trying to fail you. So if you're just, you know, struggling to pass something, you know, they're probably going to push you through. But if you're just like refusing to do something, or, you know, I'm not sure exactly how I should say this because it might just come off wrong, but they are not going to fail you on purpose. If it's the confidence course is like the only thing holding you back from graduating basic training, they might just push you through. So I want you guys to not really stress about this, but if you guys are curious how you can fail the confidence course, it's by failing 3 different obstacles. Now, I'm going to go into the 2 main obstacles during the confidence course that most people are going to fail, and that's the weaver and some, you know, climbing up a rope thing and across a ladder and then climbing down a net. I'm going to show you guys some picture, but we're going to start with the weaver. The weaver is basically an upside down V. And you're going to be literally weaving in and out of the logs or the boards, whatever it is. I've seen the obstacle be made of logs, so they're circular. I've seen it be made out of essentially, you know, 4x4, you know, boards. The reason most people fail this is because they just simply don't have the strength to do it, right? So they'll get up to the top of the weaver and then they're just going to run out of strength because you have to go in and out all the way. You know, it's probably going to take you a couple of minutes to actually do the obstacle because you don't want to fall. If you do fall, there's going to be mats underneath you. So for all of these confidence course obstacles, there's going to be really thick mats underneath you so that if you do fall off, you should land on those mats. The only reason you won't land on those mats is if like you fall and you push yourself off really far. The weaver is going to be a difficult obstacle for a lot of people just because it's going to tire them out. So again, the more in shape you are whenever you arrive to basic training, that's going to make these obstacles a lot easier for you. There's going to be a lot of people who are out of shape who are just simply not going to be able to do it. They're going to go up a couple things, they're going to fall down, and they're going to fail that event. The next obstacle in the confidence course that most people are going to fail is basically going to be due to the fact that you cannot climb a rope. Now there's different strategies. There's basically 2 different strategies to climbing a rope if you don't count just climbing with your arms. Generally the only people who can just use their arms are people who do a lot of pull-ups. So if you do a whole lot of pull-ups, then you're not going to have a problem climbing up a rope. But if you don't do a lot of pull-ups, if you can't do a pull-up, you're probably going to be one of the ones struggling and or failing this because maybe you've never even climbed a rope before, you've never practiced or whatever. But in this obstacle, you're going to start by climbing up a rope, walking across some wooden platforms, whatever. It's super easy. You're going to climb up a ladder and then you're going to climb down a cargo net. This is definitely, I think it might be one of the highest obstacles, one of the scariest ones because you have to go up to the very top, climb over, and go down the cargo net. So it's a little bit scarier for a lot of people, but the rope climbing at the very beginning is literally going to make, you know, 75-80% of people fail. I don't know why people don't ever, you know, learn how to climb a rope in the military. It's, you know, it's not mandatory or anything, but if you can't climb a rope, you are going to fail this one obstacle. And then if you fail the weaver before this, then those are 2 obstacles already out of the way that you have failed for the confidence course, and then 1 more would get you kicked out. But like for you, you know, the Jacob's ladder, the one that a lot of people are scared of with the, you know, because they're scared of heights or whatever, it's really not all that difficult. And then the next one, which is the inverted building. I'm not really, the inverted platforms, I don't know what it's called, but inverted platforms is another one that a lot of people are worried about because it's, again, it goes up pretty high. But with this one, you're going to be working with a team and you're going to be using that team to help each other get up the platform. And so what's going to happen is you're going to start on the bottom platform, and the platform above you is going to be wider than the platform that you're on currently. So you're going to have to use your team to boost the other person up to the platform above you. Then you're going to have them pull the other person up, and you basically are going to be in, I think, a team of 3 or 4, I can't remember what it was, but you're going to be in a team, you're going to do that. It's really not going to be all that difficult. If you have a weak member in your team, usually the other guys are going to be able to help you out or help that weak link in the group, so it's probably not going to be an obstacle that you're going to fail. So that's pretty much it for the obstacle course and the confidence course at basic training. Obviously I didn't go over every single obstacle, every single thing, because I think there's like at least 10 to 20, I'm not sure, so this video will be way too long. So you guys can look up some things if you want to on your own, just Google some things, look up some different stuff, but those main obstacles that I showed you guys in the confidence course are really just the big dog ones. The other ones really aren't that difficult. You don't need to be worried about them, but those, I think 4 or 5 that I showed you are the ones that people generally tend to fail. And remember, for us, if you fail 3 obstacles for the confidence course, then you basically fail the event of the confidence course. But if you fail just 1, or if you fail 2 obstacles in the confidence course, you are not going to fail the entire event of the confidence course. And then for the obstacle course, that's really just easy. There's really no way to actually fail that. It's just something to do. So you don't need to be worried about the obstacle course. You really don't need to be worried about that confidence course. But if you can't climb a rope and you're kind of worried about that, if you're scared of heights, you know, work on climbing ropes, work on your upper body strength, because that'll help you out a lot during the confidence course, because when you're climbing up that inverted building, upper body strength helps a lot with that. You know, climbing up the rope, your upper body strength helps with that. The Weaver, your upper body strength will help with that. So again, your physical fitness is going to be a big component of basic training and how well you succeed. All right, if you made it to the end of this video and you liked it and you enjoyed it and you learned something or whatever, you just want to hit that like button, that would be awesome. If you want to stick around some more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. That would be even better. If you want to be just the best OG subscriber person ever, hitting that notification bell button is just amazing and it'll make my day. If you guys are not following me on social media, Instagram and Snapchat links are right here. I hope you guys have a great day and I'll see you guys later.